Rob Edwards, welcome to Kenilworth Road. How does it feel to be manager of Luton Town Football Club?
Thanks, Stu. Yeah, it feels amazing. You know, it's incredible. A great feeling. Wonderful football club. I want to first of all say thank you to Gary, to Mick, and to the board for giving me this opportunity. Don't take it lightly. This is an amazing opportunity for me, and what I'm really looking forward to.
You've had many conversations with the board, Gary, Mick, in recent days, and what has attracted you to Luton Town in that time? What's come out of those conversations that made you think this is a real good job?
I think first of all, from the outside looking in, you can see a club that's moving in the right direction. I want to straight away say that, you know, Nathan, Chris and Alan have obviously done a fantastic job with everyone, with everyone on the board and the wider staff and the players. But it's a club that's on the up. It's looking up. They finished in the playoffs last season. They're competing again at the right end of the table. It's a club that's in a fantastic position. It's not one where you're coming in and fighting fires. And I've said that before. It reminds me a little bit of Forest Green, 18 months ago or so. There's similarities to that. It's a club that gives managers time, supports them. And then obviously in the conversations that I've had with Gary and Mick and all of the board, I sense that a real feel of belonging straight away.
You've watched the rise up the EFL over recent years since Luton promoted from the conference 8 years ago. It's not always the case that you come into a job with a team, 1 point outside the playoffs with over half the season to go, and you alluded to it there. It's very similar to Forest Green when you went in there, but it's a great opportunity, isn't it, to kick on? It's
a brilliant opportunity. The lads are playing well. They compete so well. You can see the honesty, you can see the talent in the group as well. And yeah, again, Nathan and everyone have done a brilliant job. And our job now is to try and then continue to build on it, to recognise and keep doing the things that the lads do really well and what the club does really well. And hopefully as we go, we build and we try to evolve and add to it as well.
I'm sure in those conversations the topic of Power Court came up as well in the new stadium. That must have been a really exciting carrot as well to be dangled, to be the man to lead Luton Town into a new stadium.
Well, hopefully that'll be the case. It'd be incredible. You can see how excited everyone is about that. I mean, look, first of all, though, being here is great for me because this stadium is brilliant. It's obviously different to a lot of grounds now, and you get that. It's proper football. When you come here, you can smell it now in the dressing room. So I'm really looking forward to being here first and getting to know the fans and building that connection really quickly, and hopefully winning football matches here. But obviously looking further and long term, the plans for the new stadium are incredible, and obviously the area as well to try and help and improve parts of the town, I think is really exciting.
You've just been out there on the pitch. It'd probably be nice for you not to be an opposition player out there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, and I was, many moons ago, and certainly felt the heat from the fans. I think it was the first year that Luton were in the Championship, and going back a while now when I was at Wolves. I think it was a 0-0 draw, and it was a really tough game, but you felt that atmosphere. And whenever I've come back, whether that's as a coach or coming to watch a game, the supporters make the atmosphere here, and they make it really intimidating, and they get behind the lads, and that's what we're going to need.
Tell us a bit about your coaching journey. So we know you're a player for many years in the Championship, winning promotion to the Premier League, and play for Wales as well. But tell us a bit about your coaching journey, where you started, and you've had a varied path, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had an interesting 9 or 10 years now since I retired from playing. First of all, worked at Man City and Wolves academies the first year when I retired, and getting a lot of work experience there. My first proper job was the under-18s role at Wolves that I did for around 9 months or so, and then moved up quite quickly with the first team and did about 2.5 years with the first team there at Wolves in the Championship. Moved on and managed Telford in the National League North for a year. It was an incredible season, a lot of learning done there, and real tough challenge, but one I can reflect on now and learn a hell of a lot. I still lean on a lot of those experiences from that time now. Back in at Wolves to take the 23s for around 18 months, and then moved on to the FA. Brilliant experiences at both those places, back at Wolves and at the FA. Some brilliant people, top players, both with the under-20s and with the under-16s. And had the opportunity at Forest Green. I wouldn't have left the FA, which was a great role for anything, but it was a fantastic opportunity at a club much like this, with brilliant values. And you know, Mark Cooper before me had around 5 years in charge. He'd had time. You could see the players were used to winning, and it was about trying to build something. So it was really exciting. So yeah, we took that opportunity. Things went well, and then we had the chance to move up to a club that had been, you know, in the Premier League, just been relegating, probably going to be competing at the top end of the Championship. So we felt it was when I say we, myself and Richie felt it was an opportunity that we couldn't turn down. Obviously, it was quite short-lived, but you know, I find myself here now, and I feel really excited to be Luton Town manager.
You missed off there that you're currently League 2 Manager of the Year as well for what you did at Forest Green.
I think that's for other people to say, not for me.
As you said, it led to that opportunity. Sadly short-lived, but what did you learn in that time? You know a lot about the Championship anyway, because you spent most of your career. Yeah,
I did. But then when you come out of the Championship and you coach at different levels, or you work at different levels, and you sort of get your teeth stuck into that. So it was good to get back in around the Championship and work at that level, to work with you know, some very good players. So yeah, it was a really interesting time. The transfer window was obviously quite wild as well. So there was lots of learning in that sort of 4 months or so that we were there. But yeah, I think look, it was obviously too short, but you know, that's done now, and I'm here, and I'm really looking forward to this next challenge.
You've no doubt been championing at the bit to get back in, and this opportunity has now arisen. I mean, do you feel you've got anything to prove because of how it ended?
I think we as managers, head coaches in general, you've always got something to prove, you know, to yourself, your own pride, and wanting to do well. But we're all competitive. We all want to win, and you're continuously trying to improve and get better, and move forward. So I think that's always the case. You know, it doesn't matter whether you've just won a league title and you're going into a new league, and then it's always something else. You're always trying to improve yourself. So. But look, don't get me wrong, you know, 10 games in the league it's a short period of time, and it hurts your pride, and you want to get back on, and you want to show people.
As I said earlier, you've worked in the Championship for such a big part of your career. You won promotion as a player with Blackpool and Norwich, and obviously had such a long time at Wolves. What does it take to get out of this division? Because this club came very close last season. Yeah,
and I think obviously the club, again, from the outside, looks like it shares a lot of those things. I mean, the times I was involved in successful dressing rooms at this level, there was a great spirit, a real togetherness. Blackpool and Norwich both had that. I think good players, obviously, talented players, but everyone aiming for that same thing, that common goal, and everyone knew what it was gonna. They weren't afraid to tell people. But everyone cared. It's because people cared. It's because they wanted to achieve something, and there was an inner belief as well, almost without people saying it. But there was a belief there, and then of course there was, you know, we had good managers, you know, Ian Holloway, Paul Lambert, the two respective managers as well. Really good leadership, clear direction, a clear plan, and all the club on board. And I can see a lot of these things here already in place for this football club. That's why it's exciting. You can never guarantee that you're going to win football matches or get promoted, but you can do all those things that we've spoken about. You can have a clear plan. You can have a togetherness, a spirit. You can give everything. You can work hard every single day, and I think it's important to have those aims, and I think it's important to strive for as high as possible, because this year, probably above any other, it's very tight, and I would say anything is possible.
And you're big on people, aren't you? You've met several here now today. You're going to meet more. You're going to meet the players eventually, and you're going to meet the supporters around the town. I mean, for you, it's that whole coming together, isn't it? That collective unit that makes things happen. I
think if you're going to achieve things, and it needs to be everyone together. And you know, again, I think that's what Nathan's done very well. I think you can see that when you watch Luton Town play, you can see the players give everything for each other. You can see them. You can see that gives the connection with the supporters as well. But of course, it's not just about the players. It's not just about the football staff. It's everyone. Like you said, the supporters are the most important people at any football club. They'll be here before us and they'll be here after us. They were here before us and they'll be here after us. The community as well. Everyone coming together to achieve something is really important to keep progressing a football club. And I think because it's done so well, you can see everyone on board with it, and that's the beauty of this. This time now, the club's been doing well. That's why Nathan's moved on. His great work's been recognised. He's gone to a higher level, and that's brilliant. So it's not a case now of having to change loads of things. It's recognising that this football club does loads of things brilliantly. I've got to make sure that we continue all that stuff, and then hopefully, as I say, in time, add to it.
You've worked with some of the top young talent in the country, with Wolves and especially obviously with England. Development of young players will no doubt be high on your priority list, but that squad that's already here, I mean, that must excite you.
It does.
Get to work with them.
Yeah, it does.
At the bit. You've got a little while to wait.
Yeah, we've got to wait a little while, but it's good the lads need their break as well. It's been a really hectic programme. I think everyone needs that bit of a breather before it goes again. We can see a really talented squad, a really well-balanced squad, and like I said, a team that knows each other very, very well. Players that have been here for a number of years, they know the club well, they know what it means to the supporters, and of course they came really, really close last year. And my experience of that before, when I took over at Forest Green, was when a club that came really close and missed out in the semi-finals, they wanted to go further again. They were hungry to do that, and I'm sure a lot of the lads are.
You earned a reputation for front-footed, attacking, pressing football at Forest Green, and lots of goals scored, plenty of clean sheets as well at the other end. But in terms of style of play, what can the Luton Town fans expect from the Rob Edwards team? Well,
again, I think what we've got to recognise is the brilliant stuff that's happening here now as well. So we need to keep the grit, the determination, the hard work, and the compactness, the organisation that the players are already doing extremely well. And then going forward, we want to be able to evolve. I want to keep that stuff, all those things that you talked about there. It'd be great if you were describing our team now as well at Luton Town. And I think in many instances you will be. We want to be able to attack fast. We want to be able to excite people and play attacking football. You've also got to have a balance as well, and you've got to be able to defend well. But we want to play an exciting brand of football. We want people to enjoy watching the team.
Finally, if you have one message for those Hatters supporters to take away in the month before you get to step out in front of them here for the Millwall game, what would it be?
First of all, it would be continue to get behind the lads, because I know they do that really, really well. I understand as well there might be one or two people that might be a little bit unsure because of our history. I get that, and it's down to us then to prove how much this club already means to us and how much we're going to fight to get success here, and I can't wait to see them in a few weeks' time.
Well, welcome to Luton Town, Rob.
Thank you.
And the very best of luck.